Here's what really happened. November 20, 2024. Cited for contempt and ignored Mr. When Atty. Lopez was cited in contempt by the House of Representatives, HOR, she was told to file a motion for reconsideration, Mr., which she did. However, the HOR took no action on it. November 21, 2024. VP Sara Duterte's letter to Chua. VP Sara Duterte requested permission to stay and accompany Atty. Zuleika Lopez throughout her detention in the House of Representatives, HOR, compound. Chua's response. Chua denied the VPA's request, citing OSAA, Office of the Sergeant at Arms, guidelines that limit access to detainees only. However, Chua allowed VP Sara to visit during the designated visiting hours set by OSAA. VP Sara's follow-up letter. VP Sara reiterated her intention to stay with Atty. Lopez for the entire duration of her detention, committing to abide by OSAA guidelines for persons under custody. Congressman Paulo Duterte in a letter allowed VP Sara to stay at his office until the detention is done. November 23, 2024, November 22, 11 p.m. to 12 million. 11 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Instead of addressing the Mr., the HOR sent siyam na personnel, including police officers, entered Atty. Lopez's detention room to serve the transfer order. Their reason: they wanted to transfer her to the Women's Correctional. Atty. Lopez, visibly emotional, refused to comply. She questioned the legality of her transfer, emphasizing that she was not accused or convicted of any crime. She also highlighted that her detention was only meant to last until Monday for the resumption of the hearing. When she requested her lawyers to be present, the police refused to allow them inside. That's why VP Sara stepped in. Acting as one of the lawyers, supported Atty. Lopez's decision to stay within the HOR premises. Phones were confiscated. Even the executive assistant, EA, of Lopez, who isn't a detainee, had her phone confiscated. Fortunately, they had a laptop, which Atty. Lopez and VP Sara used to conduct media interviews because even the media team from the Office of the Vice President, OVP, was denied access. In an interview, Atty. Lopez condemned the transfer order as a violation of her human rights and an abuse of power, especially considering her full cooperation with the 𝐏𝐿𝐶𝐐. 1 a.m. An ambulance arrived at the north gate of the HOR but was denied entry. Atty. Lopez, who has scoliosis, experienced severe back pain, shortness of breath, and eventually fainted. She asked for a doctor, but the HOR delayed their response. The Vice President took over the ongoing Zoom briefing when Atty. Lopez's condition worsened. Sounds of labored breathing could be heard in the background. 2 a.m. VP Sara excused herself and turned off her Zoom camera to assist Atty. Lopez, who had started vomiting. Approaching 3 a.m. Asterisk in a moment of panic, Atty. Lopez became unresponsive and displayed dead weight as attempts were made to keep her awake. 3:10 a.m. Atty. Lopez was rushed to the hospital, accompanied by VP Sara Duterte. The police initially stated she would be taken to St. Luke's Hospital, but instead, they brought her to Veterans Hospital. 3:40 a.m. VP Sara addressed the press outside the hospital, detailing the events leading to Atty. Lopez's hospitalization. 5 a.m. At around 5 a.m., when transferring her, the police insisted that she be transported in their ambulance and accompanied only by their personnel, which the patient refused. VP Sara suggested using the hospital ambulance instead, but the police blocked the path to stop its exit. Despite the obstruction, the hospital ambulance found a small opening to exit and transport Atty. Lopez safely. At the hospital, over 100 police officers surrounded Atty. Lopez and VP Sara as if they were criminals. This starkly contrasts with the freedom enjoyed by convicted criminal Castro, who continues to act with impunity and contempt. Ito yung katotohanan.